Speaking of great desserts and pastries, Lisa DeReicher is here. She is a pastry chef at Zuppas in Neenah. It's always fun to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. Lisa's responsible for all the wonderful cupcakes and bars and muffins that they do at Zuppas. She will, if you need muffins for a book club or a tea or party, she'd call ahead and order. And this is one of the favorites, I understand.
Yes, I love lemon poppy seeds.
Me too.
So, yep, and I heard it was your favorite too.
I love it. I love the poppy seeds in there, and I'm a big lemon fan. So, and this looks, I mean, looking at the ingredients, pretty simple.
Very simple. Probably a lot of things that you already have in your pantry. And they're very simple to put together. Now, muffins are a method that you kind of need to stick to in order to get the right texture for your product and a beautiful finished product.
Sure.
So we start first by putting our dry ingredients together, and then I'll have you put our wet ingredients together.
I'd be happy to.
Then we'll combine them.
Okay.
So we're going to start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And to that, we're going to add a ½ a cup of just white sugar.
Okay.
And we've got some leavening agents. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and also a ½ a teaspoon of baking soda, and a ½ a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And we're going to add our poppy seeds. I was looking up poppy seeds last night because you hear that they come from poppy plants, and sometimes if people take drug tests, they come up.
Right.
It's a relative of the opium poppy. It's not the same, and it would take a ton of poppy seeds.
Okay, good to know. I heard it was really good for people who are pregnant. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just like them.
I do too.
Yeah, I like them in lots of different things. So.
And they make kind of a neat color and pattern.
A little crunch,
into your muffins.
Yeah.
So those are all of our dry ingredients. We're going to kind of...
you wonder whoever thought about putting the lemon and poppy seed together, but whoever did is a genius in my book.
Yep, it's a great combination.
It is.
Now we do need to add some lemon to it.
Okay.
So we're going to zest about 2 teaspoons of lemon. Now here's where you can use your discretion.
Okay.
If you would like it a little more lemony, feel free to add more.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Which
Pump
I
it
do
up.
like a little more. Now,
And this is just a microplane, and let me tell you, if you don't have one of these, put it on your wish list or pick one up. They used to be, around 20 bucks. Now they're maybe around 12. You can do so many things with them. Shred Parmesan cheese, great chocolate over things, but they are fabulous when it comes to zesting. I grew up using the old zester or box grater, and you grate your finger in there, and half of the zest is stuck in the grater. Do you notice how Lisa just taps, and all that zest gets right into the recipe, and
exactly,
it's just
and you
wonderful.
can get the nice yellow outside without getting a lot of the white.
True, which is what you want.
Which is really nice.
And whenever you want to, I always find that if you want to if you're going to use lemon juice in a recipe anyway, and you want to kind of pump up the flavor, why not use a little of the zest? Because you've got it right there anyway.
Exactly. This will give it great flavor. The oils from the lemon will give it some really nice punch flavor.
Oh, and already that smells so good.
All right.
Wet ingredients here.
Okay, so for our wet ingredients, normally with muffins I like to use buttermilk. For this recipe, I want to give it a little richness, so we're going to use a ½ a cup of buttermilk and a ½ a cup of sour cream. So you can use this.
You bet. Oh, I like the idea of throwing a little sour cream in there.
Yeah.
And buttermilk's to keep
yogurt.
it nice and moist.
Yep,
or
you
yogurt.
can use yogurt if you would like.
All right. Oil.
We've got a ½ of a cup of canola or vegetable oil.
Okay.
You'll want to use the lighter color oils. Like olive oil it has kind of a nutty taste to it, so it would affect the flavor.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And we just need 1 egg.
And I like the way this is a great method that Lisa has taught us to do the wet in a measuring cup, and this is some good vanilla.
Yes.
This is gonna, we can just pour it right in, mix it right in here. This is a nice size measuring cup, so I'm just gonna whisk that egg.
And we can measure our buttermilk and then just put everything in over the top of it.
That's a great idea.
Whisk it together, and you have one less bowl to clean.
And again, I'm all about that. This is the method here.
Yes.
The dry and the wet, and then we're going to pour the wet into the dry and not overmix. Muffins should be a little lumpy, right?
Exactly. What's going to happen as soon as you pour this wet ingredient onto your dry ingredients, all of our leavening agents, the baking soda and the baking powder, are going to start activating. Okay. And that's what's going to give us kind of those bubbles and lift inside the cupcake, or inside the muffin.
I'm going to spray the muffin tin, by the way, just to... And you could use cupcake liners if you want.
Yes, you could use paper liners. Yep, so I'm just going to fold this together. And you can leave little pockets of flour. It will all bake out. Okay. If you overmix your muffins, then they'll have a tendency to make those peaked domes, and they won't be very attractive. Okay. So we've got our finished batter. And I like to use these portion control
love
scoops, so
these.
every one of them is the same.
Oh, these rock.
They bake
Oven
evenly.
temperature?
Oven temperature is 400 degrees for
Okay,
muffins.
okay. Oh, a little hotter
Yep,
than we
a little
normally
bit
think.
hotter.
Okay.
So, and we can bake them for about, this size, about 15, 20 minutes. I usually set my timer a little bit short and then just keep checking them.
Smart. Every oven's different,
Yep.
and you don't want to overdo it.
Exactly.
We've got the muffins right here already done. Now tell us about this. This is kind of a fun way to dress them up, a little
I
glaze.
sprinkled some sugar over the top of some of them, but we also have just a lemon juice and powdered sugar glaze. When you're finished zesting your lemon, you can cut it open, extract some of the juice out of it, and mix it with some powdered sugar. And then just kind of use a spoon or a whisk and just kind of drizzle it over the top of your muffins.
Yum, yum, yum.
That'll give it a little extra lemon flavor too.
These look absolutely delicious. Lisa's going to stick around. And by the way, if you don't feel like making the muffins, you can always call Zuppa, order ahead, and say, Lisa, I need some of your famous lemon poppy seed muffins. But check them out in Nina. Wonderful soups and sandwiches and salads and great stuff there. Lisa, what are we making next time?
We are making key lime pie.
Ooh, and real simple, you say, this recipe.
It's very simple. There's 4 ingredients.
Wow.
So,
If you can't get to Florida, it's kind of like the next best thing.
That's right.
All right, thanks. Lisa's going to stick around. We're making her key lime pie coming up, and lots more fun ideas with citrus. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.